Between Peter and myself, we went through maybe dozens and dozens of scripts, maybe hundreds. Nothing clicked. They all felt tired. There was nothing fresh about it. We were looking for the unexpected, something that sounded new and what we were going to be about. Then one day, Bill Castle, the veteran producer, walked into my office with a manuscript he had just optioned tucked under his arm. It was Rosemary's Baby, and I loved it. There's one problem. Castle insisted on directing it. I only had one director in mind for it. I saw brilliance in his little films. It was a little Polak himself, Roman Polanski. Not little Polak, the biggest Polak I've ever met and one of the biggest men I've ever met. Films I saw of his were Knife in the Water, Repulsion, Cul-de-sac, all offbeat thrillers. Roman was a big cinema star over in Europe as well as director. And he had just finished his first Hollywood film. Get this title: The Fearless Vampire Killers, or, pardon me, but your teeth are in my neck. Though no one really wanted him in America, he couldn't care less. He was a big star in Europe. Where do I get him? How do I get to him? He's an avid skier. I lured him all the way to America, thinking he was going to direct Downhill Racer. Polanski walks in. This is some character. Within 5 minutes, this Polak's acting out crazy stories right before me. I don't know, they're somewhere between Shakespeare and the theater of the absurd. Maybe that's why we click so well. We both come out of the same school of drama, the drama of life. I didn't want to bullshit him. Roman, you read this? I shoved the galleys of Rosemary's Baby across the desk for him. Is this about skiing? Read it, Polak. If you don't like it, your next ski trip is on me, anywhere you want to go in the world. A gamble? Sure. It paid off. Roman loved it. But then the fights began. You know, fighting is healthy. If everyone has too much reverence for each other, or for the material, believe me and check it out and think about it, invariably it turns out underwhelming. By the end of the first week shooting in New York, Roman was a week behind schedule. Everyone from Blue Dawn, and certainly to Bill Castle, wanted me to throw him off the picture. Roman's dailies were weird. They touched off an ominous sense of fright, one I'd never seen on film before. At the same time, Bill Castle was pressing the right buttons, getting the New York brass unnerved on the Polish discovery, my Polish discovery. We're 10 days into shooting, and Roman was already 5 days behind schedule. Fire the Polak were the words from New York. Fire him, fuck you. He goes, I go. For a moment, I thought I'd have to pay my own plane fare back. I grabbed Roman aside. Listen to me carefully, Roman. My ass ain't on the line. My ass is out the door, and so are you. Now pick up the fucking pace, or we'll both end up in Warsaw. Blue Dawn and company weren't the only ones screaming about Roman. Another power entered the scene. My secretary comes in with an urgent message. Frank Sinatra's on the horn. Must speak with you. I pick the phone up. I'm pulling Mia from your fucking picture, Evans, if she ain't finished by November 14th. She's starting in my picture on the 17th. Got it straight? His picture happened to have been The Detective, the project that had launched my producing career. Now it was about to sink it. Frank, you don't understand something. We're not going to be finished till mid-February. Then she's quitting. Don't fuck around with me. We go back too far. She's my old lady, and she'll do as I tell her. Before I can say anything, he hangs the phone up. Well, Frank didn't bark. He bit. Bit Mia pretty good. You stay on Rosemary's Baby, you go back to Mia Farrow, forget the name Sinatra. Suddenly, this little girl hysterically runs into my office. I love him, Bob. I love him so. I love him. I don't want to lose Frank. I'm going to have to leave the movie. Mia, if you walk out in the middle of this film, you'll never work again. I don't care. I don't care. I just love Frank. Well, if ever my experience with dames came in handy, I mean actress dames, this was the moment. I knew what makes the head of an actress tick. And I finally found its purpose. Come on with me, Mia. I want to show you something. We both walked into the executive screening room, and I showed her a full hour of Rosemary's Baby cut together.
Dr. Hill? Dr. Hill, there's a plot. I know that sounds crazy. You're probably thinking, my God, this poor girl is really flipped. But I haven't flipped, Dr. Hill. I swear, by all the saints, I haven't.
Mia, you're brilliant. I never thought you had it in you. It'll shock them all. I want you to know something. You're a shoo-in to win the Academy Award. Suddenly, her tears are gone. Her face lights up. Do you really think so? The one thing I'm not is prone to exaggerate, Mia. You're a shoo-in. I mean a shoo-in, kid. Sinatra who? Suddenly a smile. She didn't walk off the film. But Frank did serve with divorce papers right on the set, delivered by Mickey Root and his attorney. Wow, it's strange. Women recover real quick. It may have taken her a full week. And then suddenly the only thing she wanted was that Rosemary's Baby would outgross the detective. You want to know about actresses? Mia's one satisfaction would be that the pictures would open on the same day, and I arranged that. The detective opened a real good box office. But Rosemary's Baby was a smash hit of the summer. Overnight, Mia was a full-fledged star. She had one request I couldn't fill. Take a double-page ad out in Daily, Variety, and Hollywood Reporter. On one side, she wanted me to put in bold numbers the theater grosses of Rosemary's Baby. On the other, the theater grosses of the detective. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned.